Hello and welcome to Leg Day for Ladies on the Bowflex XCEED and XTREME. My name is Eric. I'm a certified personal trainer. I've designed this routine and a whole series of routines that come together as a program for women on this machine. There'll be links in the description where you can access all of those routines or purchase the program. Purchasing it is going to give you a lot more structure and a great way to say, hey, I like what you're doing and I want to support it. Now, this is a leg day routine. We're going to be using a lot of different gear here. So first off, you can start running your cables to the pulleys right down here. I've got mine in the second widest position up down here, and then also the second widest position up here. Now, if you're doing a lift and you want the resistance to kick in a little bit sooner, you can always take this out a little bit wider, or vice versa. If you want it a little bit later, bring it in a little bit tighter here. So this routine is going to have a lot of gear. First up, we're going to be doing some squats, and I've got my squat bar and squat bar extension. And if you're not sure how to use this, check out leg day #1, where I go in depth on how to do squats, how to hook this all up. Now, this first lift, we're going to be doing 4 sets of squats. And if you really don't like doing squats, you could maybe do lunges or deadlifts, or maybe just body weight squats to get things going. But I really thought about leaving this lift out here, but squats are, I think, the best leg lift on this machine. It's going to hit all those major muscle groups in your legs. And yes, it is a little inconvenient to hook this up, but I think it's worth it. And I just could not put out a whole program without doing squats twice. I really felt it was kind of a critical exercise to include. So after that, we're going to be using some ankle straps, and ankle straps let us clip onto the cable resistance directly, and it's going to give us a lot more control of the weight. And we're going to be doing some leg extensions, some leg adductions, and then we're also going to be doing some glute cable kickbacks. And for the kickbacks, I really like having a chair that we're going to be resting up against. So grab a chair in addition to all this other gear that we're going to be using today. So final thing we're going to need is our seat with our leg extension attachment, because our last lift is going to be a leg extension. We're not doing that now though, so we can go ahead and detach that, and we won't be using this for a good 20 minutes or so. And that's pretty much going to be it. So clock will be counting down everything. We'll have previews of the lifts as we go. 12 reps per set is what I'm going to be targeting, and we'll be racking up our resistance in a bit. So hopefully, that all makes sense. And if it doesn't, just stick with me. It'll all come together. So we're going to have 4-minute warm up. I'll see you right back. All right, jogging in place here to get things started. Alternatively, you could do some high knees or maybe some jumping jacks. Let's get the body warm so we can get a nice stretch going. Let me tell you about today's lifts while we're doing this. First up, we're going to be doing some squats. And squats are a little bit of a pain to hook up on this machine, but it is such a good lift. I just could not leave it out of our leg day. It's all those big muscle groups in our thighs. And you can do a couple alternate lifts, deadlifts, lunges, maybe even just body weight squats if you don't like putting the weight on your back. So after that, we're hooking up our ankle straps, doing some hip extension where we kick the weight out away from us. Then we're gonna do some hip adduction where we bring it in. And we're gonna do some glute kickbacks after that. And glute kickbacks are kind of a tough lift to get the range of motion right. I know mine's not great, but we're in this thing together here. So it's just me on camera though. So if your form is not great, don't worry about it. We're working out together here. So leg extension is going to be our final lift. Hard to mess that one up. Direct hit on those quads as we kick the legs out in front of us. So let's take this jog into some body weight squats here. Legs about shoulder width apart, arms in front of you, drop it down and go as low as you can comfortably go. If you can't go as low as me, that's fine. We're just getting warmed up here too. Now as you come up, you can also throw your arms back a little bit here, loosen up your upper body a little bit. This is a leg day, but also helps to loosen up everywhere. So one thing with body weight squats, and same thing on our form for normal squats with weight. Pretend you're in a pool of water, shoulder width height. Inhale. Drop it down, hold your breath. Exhale when you're back above water. Okay, so we're gonna move into some side squats next. Legs are gonna be nice and wide apart, and we're just gonna go side to side and drop down a little bit and try to go a little bit deeper each time now you go side to side. and really press off of the foot. Feel that quad activate and wake up here. Okay, so one more on each side here, and then we're gonna move into a lunge and reach, kind of like a warrior pose if you're into yoga. So one leg out in front of the other, then you're gonna drop the knee close to the ground here, reaching out either in front of you or up above you. And we're gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's switch sides here. Now as you do this, you can kind of be moving around just a little bit, activate those legs and gently stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next up, moving into a downward dog here. And I'm really gonna be focusing on opening up my calves and my ankles. And you can do a little pedaling too if you want. And we got about 20 seconds left here. You can stay doing this, or you can kind of go into whatever you feel you need. I might just do some quad stretch here. Just pulling one leg back and holding it for a bit. And we're gonna be racking up our weight in just a sec here. So again, I've got my squat bar with the extensions hooked up here. And if you're not sure how to do that, check out leg day number 1. I go through that pretty thoroughly here. So I'm gonna now rack up my resistance. And I'm not gonna do a full 100% resistance to start things out. I am gonna be going about 80% of where I wanna go. So some recommendations up on the screen here. And just use this as a rough guide. We're at our own levels, and what's important is showing up and just giving it your best here. So get this resistance all hooked up. And we'll be getting started here in just a moment. So at about the 15-second mark, I want you getting in position down here with me. So that first lift here, when you got the weight down here and you're in this low position, really focusing on a nice smooth drive upward. And then once you're in position here, again, you're gonna have your feet a little bit wider and shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna drop down nice and slow and go as low as you can comfortably go and raise up out of it. So 10 seconds to go. Let's get in position here. I'll be counting my reps in these first few sets. Inhale in, hold it, drop down, and that's 1. Again, we're loosening up our body here, get that range of motion, right? And focus on our form here. That's 3 reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. We have a full 1-minute rest interval here for squats because there's some big compound movements and really helps them have that time to recover. So I'm gonna add a bit more weight here. I'm bumping up by about 25%, adding another 50-pound band here. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Let's get in position here. Again, take that nice smooth drive up. Let's get in position here and a nice slow drop. And there we go, that's 1 rep. 2 reps, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. There we go. You can add more weight if you'd like, or keep it going at this weight setting. This felt really good to me. Now, I'm probably gonna count all my reps while we're doing squats. It's just a habit, and you know, even when I'm working out by myself, I normally count my reps, even if I'm all by myself. I definitely encourage you to do it too. It's just a good habit to get into. You know, some routines of mine, I like writing down everything, how many reps I did. All right, let's get up here. And also, counting your reps can also keep you, going at a nice, smooth, consistent pace. That's 3 reps here. 4, 5, 6. Start focusing on your breathing because it's getting tough about now. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, final set of squats coming up. My bands keep tangling up down here. Don't know what's going on. Okay, enjoy this minute of rest here. After this, you could even start hooking these up now, because we're gonna be using these ankle straps. I'll get mine on so I can go right into the next lift, but we're gonna have a nice extended break here so you can adjust everything after this. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Final set of squats. This is probably our toughest set coming up here. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3. You got this. 4, 5, 6, 7, just 5 more. 8, 9, come on. You are stronger than you know. That's 10, 11, and 12. Okay, nice job. So from here, we can detach our squat bar because we are done with this thing today. Let's set that aside. Now for my weight setting coming into this, I'm actually gonna about halve my weight here. And so for me, that means dropping all of these elastic bands that I added. And we're gonna be dropping the weight a couple times through these next couple lifts. So our first lift here is going to be a hip adduction, and this is going to be pulling the weight in towards us. So I'm going to be facing away from the machine and clip this ankle to the base here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide away from the machine, and I like having this chair here that I'll be leaning up against. And then I'm going to let my leg just get pulled back towards the machine, and then I'm going to then slowly retract it inwards, hold it for a second, and then retract it back. So we're going to be doing this 2 times on each side. So after this, I'll be flipping to the other side and doing the same exact lift. So 10 seconds here. Once you all clipped in, ready to go. Stepping away from the machine. Here we go. And let's bring it together. That's 1, 2, and keep using this chair for balance if you need it. There's 3. You should be focusing on the inner thigh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we're just going to now flip sides here. So disconnect the weight, and we're going to the other side now. Connect that in, and we're going to have a few seconds to get set up on the other side here. So again, exact same form here. We're going to try to have at the fully contracted position is where our feet, or is where we're going to be running out of cable length here. So bring it in, hold it for a sec, and then slowly retract. That's 1, 2, feel it in the inner thigh. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, keep it going. Same lift, other side. Okay, in position here, 5 seconds to go. Bring it together, hold it for a sec, and that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're finding these easy, just hold your legs together here for a full second, or give it 2 seconds and then release. Okay, one more hip adduction. And then after this, we are going to be moving into some hip extensions. One more set of this, right? But the hip extension is where we're going to be pressing this, kicking this weight away from our body. Geez, I'm losing my balance here. Let's go, team. Bring it in. And slow release. And 10 more seconds. Almost there. Okay, we have a short rest interval here where we're going to be dropping the weight a little bit. I'm going to drop my weight by about 20%, so I'm going to drop a 30-pound power rod here. And then I'm going to get right into things. So from here, I'm now going to clip my outer leg in, and I'm going to have this inner leg. I might be standing on the platform, though I could be just a little bit off the machine as well. And then I'm going to have one arm resting up at the bench here. So I'm gonna have this foot basically line up with the other foot, and then I'm gonna be extending it out here. So bring it all the way back, kind of almost like drag it all the way to the tower, and then slowly, well, you're gonna kick out somewhat quick, and you wanna slowly retract here, just like that. So join me here, 2, 1, let's go. Kick it out. That's 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, extra difficulty, hold it all the way extended. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, spin it around. Other leg. Okay, 3, 2, 1, extend it out. Of course, this is now hitting the outer part of the thigh here. A lot of hip work in this routine, going in all directions. Spin it around, get hooked up on the for another hip extension. Now, this particular exercise, whenever I do this, I always feel it if I'm going upstairs afterwards. So be careful stepping over things after this routine. You'll get a little gentle reminder that today was leg day. Nice smooth reps here. Try to take nice slow negatives too. Exhale as you kick out. Okay, final set of hip extension coming up. And after this set, we're going to drop the weight again. Okay, kick it out. Let's finish this exercise out strong. I know this one's getting tough here, team, but you got to dig deep. You got this. – 15 seconds to go. Come on. One more good rep here. All right, nice. So we're going to glute kickbacks next. And let me just give you an idea of what these look like before we even change our resistance, because I'm going to do this without any resistance hooked up for this first tier. So what you're going to do is I'm going to move this chair here where I'm going to have my hands resting on the machine. Now, you can imagine I just clipped in here. And what I'm going to do is plant this outer foot real good here. And then I'm going to be kicking this glute or this leg back here. And we're going to try to keep your back straight through this whole thing. Don't be arching your back and moving around a lot. Just try to kick out here. And as you do this too, your foot is probably going to be pointing kind of over that direction, you know, towards the middle of the machine. That's exactly what you want. Now, if this lift here is not working for you like that, what you can do too is clip on and then just kind of kick it back just like this. Not going to be quite as effective, but You know, this is a tough lift to get that range of motion right. So here we go. So I'm going to be kicking it back here. It's just as far as I can go here. And just try to take these as nice, smooth reps and be listening for that timer here. We got 15 seconds to go. Exhale as you're kicking back. Okay, switching to the other side. And one thing I forgot to mention too is actually let's take these out to the widest pulley position. That's going to also help with the range of motion. So let's clip in on this other side. Get ready to go here. Yeah, having this pulley move back just a little bit here is going to let us kick back just a little further in completing these reps. Okay, we got one more on each side. I am definitely feeling it. And you know, we don't have too much more to go here. We got one more glute kickback on each side. Got some leg extensions and we get to call it a day. Okay, here we go. Extend it back. Fifteen more seconds. Other side. Again, if you are struggling with these, that is totally understandable. And I would recommend doing these without any resistance hooked up. And then you can start adding resistance after you've done this a number of times and are feeling comfortable, got that range of motion down. Let's really focus on nice, smooth reps here. Very nice. So from here, we're gonna hook up our leg extension. First thing though, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my pulley back to this middle position here. And then we're gonna hook up our leg extension. So we have over a minute break here. So get comfortable. Oh wait, not too comfortable. Get hooking this thing up. And then we're also going to up our weight setting after this. So we've been, bringing our weight setting down quite a bit. And I'm going to bring mine up to about 75% of what I was doing for squats. So for me, that means adding all my power rods back and an elastic band. And I always find it helpful to hook up the leg extension before you start hooking up all that resistance here. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a little more time here because I need it. Okay, hopefully you're all hooked up, and we're gonna be going in these leg extensions here. A really simple lift. You're gonna take your hands, you're gonna put them right underneath your butt, and then you're just gonna sit here nice and tall, and then you're extend those legs out. And I like holding in this fully extended position for maybe a second or so. And that's gonna add a little bit more difficulty to the lift. And then you're gonna slowly lower the weight, and then just keep repeating here. So we got 3 sets of these leg extensions, and that's gonna do it for the day. So hope you're ready to go here in 3, 2, 1. Let's extend it out. Slow retract, that's 1, 2. Exhale as you're kicking out, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, a little bit longer rest interval here, 45 seconds between each one of these, and that's because quads are really big muscle groups, and that's part of the reason we're incorporating these into the routine is, building up your quads. That's going to increase the muscle mass in your body, help with a lot with weight control, because the more muscle you have on you, the more calories you burn, even when you're not working out. So, okay, 15 seconds here. We get another nice smooth set in here. Let's get in the right headspace here. 5 seconds to go. Extend it out. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel that strength in your legs. You got this. 11 and 12. Okay, we got one more set to go. And while this rest interval goes, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all my members that help support creating content like this. You can join the channel, become a member. It's going to get you access to all of my workout programs, including this one. It's a great way to say, I like what you're doing here, and I want to support it and be part of something here. So $6 a month gets you access to all the workout programs, a workout journal, and $12 a month to get your name in the credits like these fine folks. So all that said, let's focus on you though for this last 10 seconds and finish this thing out strong. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Extend it out. 1, 2. I want you counting with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Awesome job on finishing this thing out. Don't forget to remove your power rods from tension, wrap them up with a bungee cord. So if you are using one of the tracker apps, also don't forget to comment with a hashtag, maybe hashtag girl power, hashtag leg day, whatever you want. And as always, be proud of yourself for finishing, be good to yourself, and be good to others, and thank you for watching.